Hey guys, it's Glen, and we're here with your weekly fix of not 3, but 4 men in your ears. First time we've had 4 people.
We're going places.
Thankfully, we got rid of Callum for this episode. Don't know how that happened.
Callum split into 2 people is what happened.
He's gone, yeah.
No, that's an insult to
He
both
split
of
into
us.
2 Asians is what happened. Maybe we'll finally have some credibility, because it's like, we can just lie and say you guys are Japanese. They can't tell the difference.
God damn it.
私は日本人ですね。
私気になります。
Oh, sugoi. Yeah, Kevin and Matt. They've been on the podcast before. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Hey, guys, we're an anime podcast. Have you guys watched anime?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Great. Russ, I'm glad you're here, because you've watched the anime.
I've watched a great one at that.
Dude, Russ, I'm
One
looking at my
that
note
someone
cards right
here-
here. What the fuck is anime?
Good question.
Like, they didn't put a definition next to it. I don't know.
But no, so I watched K-On! After dropping it for...
Yeah, and you're a
in
terrible
the first
person. You
episode.
probably should have bought that news that I told you about, hung yourself, and then watched K-On! In your immortal
While
slumber
dead.
while you're dead.
Yeah.
I don't know if heaven or hell exist. You'd probably go to hell if it did. And you'd be watching K-On! And be like, I made a grave mistake.
I just don't know what was going through my head. It was so unlike me to do that. I don't know.
It wasn't unlike
I
you
made
at all, because you're awful.
excuses.
You're a terrible,
Just
awful
excuses.
person.
Right, you motherfucker. Glenn.
Yeah, I don't know. Just keep making excuses about it. Just keep it up.
But Russ, did you finish it?
Talk about the K-Ons.
I haven't finished K-On! I'm on
piece of
the
shit.
23rd episode, I think. Basically just after the concert, their last concert. Such a good scene after that, by the way. Just the lighting and everything, and just how it builds the mood on from them being on stage till they're actually in the club room. Just everything about that is done so well. Like how it's just an alternate version of the song, but on the piano. It's just spine-chilling, but in a good way. It's great. Definitely my favourite moment of the series. Like, I don't know how they're going to top that.
Oh, so that's why you're in a hospital bed. You got spine chilled.
Yeah, that's what it was. And yeah, K-On! Is not just nothing, like so many people.
That misconception's been
Make it
gone
out
for
to be.
so long. I don't know why you
Yeah.
even bring it up.
No, you'd
There's
be
a
surprised.
lot
Well,
of people
those people
who
aren't worth speaking to. They're
don't
probably the
complain
people
about
who are going to like
K-On!
vote for
not
Donald
being a
Trump
show
or
about
something.
Music.
I still think K-On! Is a music show, no matter what you say,
No,
Matt. It's still,
Can
by
has
definition,
music
it's about
Can
music.
has musical elements. There's no doubt about that. It's just not a show that should be graded on being a musical or a music show or a show about music.
No, it's.
Oh, no,
it's
yeah,
a-
I
it's
completely
not about
agree
the
about
music.
that.
It's a coming of age
It's about
story,
the character. It's
essentially.
about the people who are playing the music. It's about how they bounce off each other and grow continuously as the series goes on.
Yeah.
Although saying that, the music is pretty hip.
Yeah,
I mean, those
music's pretty good.
endings
No.
are so good.
It's one of the few shows where I have almost all the songs for it from.
Yeah. Like, Mio is best girl
Obviously,
purely over what she does
Mugi
obviously.
in
strong.
the ending.
Moogie strong.
In the endings,
When you haven't
like,
seen the
Mio's
show,
just
guys,
so good
rip
in
in
the end.
peace.
Oh, so great.
And
Yeah.
the EDs that have nothing to do with the show at all.
Yeah, I know, but you just...
So good. All the others are good in them too.
It's perfect. The way she flings her hair, it's great.
All the other characters fling their hair too.
They do, but not in the way Mio does.
Glen,
you
Glen,
gotta understand.
Mio's the best girl, okay?
Mio's good,
There's like
but
no
Moogie's strong.
argument.
Mugi's
Moogie's strong.
No,
Moogie's
it's
strong.
Mio,
Mugi's strong.
Ritsu,
No, Mugi's
then
pretty great.
Moogie. Yeah.
No, Mugi's
Do you
not.
guys not know what I mean when I say Moogie strong?
I understand. Shut.
No, but do you understand? Have you not fucking Moogie and all those memes with her like being tough and shit?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a.
Oh, sorry. What? What's up? What's happening?
When you haven't seen the show and just
No,
listening
it's
for
just-
the whole 5 minutes, not knowing anything we're talking about.
Anyways, K-On! Is a lot similar to Euphonium, and I'm disappointed Matt dropped Euphonium because he thought it was boring for some reason, even though he got only like 2 episodes in.
Wait,
or
are you
something.
I didn't only get
serious?
2 episodes in. I got 4 episodes in.
Euphonium and
dropped
K-On! Are
Euphonium?
like both a triumph in like atmosphere building.
I
Well,
just
just every
didn't like
basically
Hip
every
Euphonium.
Keone show
It
has
didn't
that
really.
with Yamada.
it just couldn't keep my interest. I really wanted to like it. I was really excited for it.
Evoke the same intimate lived-in adolescent experience.
Maybe I just didn't like the characters in Euphonium. There's not one like Kumiko's okay, but other than that, there's not another character.
I met you for 20 minutes. I don't like you.
First of all, that is 4 episodes is not 20 minutes, and that's a terrible analogy.
Matt, I'm sorry that there's no
actually
Mio
a really
character
bad
that you
analogy.
want to like stomp on your cock. I'm sorry that they're not there. I'm sorry that it doesn't exist. Even though Reina or Kumiko, you should want that. You should desire that.
No, Kumiko and Reina, yeah, they're
Reina's like Mio when Mio's cool. Like, is that a good analogy?
Implying Mio isn't cool 24/7, kid.
What the hell is Russ? No.
Right, Matt. If she was as cool as she was in the endings throughout the entire... No, that's a lie. But if she changed to be like how cool she is in the endings, that would be hype. That's just my opinion.
Dude, Russ, if anybody put on the clothes Mio put on, I'm pretty sure they'd look cooler unless they were like just an overweight male.
Yeah.
That's also true.
And even that, if it was like a cute boy, like a K-pop boy who did it, I would still be into it. It's hard. It's hard to look bad in those clothes. It's like you have to be an embarrassment to fashion to not look good in them.
Yeah.
Talking about K-boy bands,
we talk about
live action Mowgli.
like
but anyways.
Huh?
Live action
Mowgli, never
live
forget.
action Mowgli.
I'm still not quite sure how that came about, but I just accept it.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Matt, you had to have watched something.
Konosuba.
Oh, Konosuba's amazing.
I'm actually up to date on Konosuba. Konosuba's the only show that I'm watching this season.
10 episodes only.
I still think that 10 episodes is good for it to not
if it was like a gag,
end up dry.
Konosuba is a gag comedy, and it's like, yeah, you want those to end before they overstay their welcome, but Konosuba is such a different gag comedy in that it doesn't rely on the same gags every bloody episode, and the gags are kind of endless with the sort of gags that it's going for when it comes to the gaming and stuff.
Not even. I already feel like... I still think Konosuba is pretty funny, but I already find myself finding the humor less and less intriguing just because I know for a fact that it's a gag show, and it's just... That's the thing with gag shows. Joshiraku.
I know this show is serious. It's not going to affect me nearly as much.
No, it's like
I know this show is a comedy. I'm not going to laugh because I know.
Okay, no, that's bullshit. I'm just saying that when you go
What are you saying then? That's exactly what you're saying.
No! When you go into something and it's really funny, but it's not how should I word this?
Word it in different fucking ways.
In order for something to be funny, you always need something. You generally always need something that is a polarity to that comedy. Something you need a duality between what is funny and what is not funny. So when something funny happens, you know that in relation to the rest of the show, that moment specifically is funny. That's the kind of formula that gags normally hold up against.
Hey Kevin, how you doing?
That's why it works really well with
I'm just listening to the conversation, but Matt's talking about gag comedy, which I sort of agree on. Like,
Matt, I sort of get what you're saying, but you're silly.
No, it's not.
Silly goose.
Why is Joshiraku so funny for 12 episodes? Because every scenario is different. What they're talking about.
But Matt, after the first episode, I realized it was a comedy, and I found it less funny.
No, but
I don't think that's
words
his
in my
argument.
mouth, though.
What?
I don't
No,
even
that isn't
know
his
what your
argument.
argument is. You're just fucking with me. That's what you're doing.
Oh my god.
No, I'm pretty sure what Matt's saying is one gag comedies, gag shows, like one-time gag shows, don't get very funny after like the 4th time they do it because there just isn't enough.
I literally just said how it's not a one-thing gag comedy.
I know a certain someone who would disagree with you. Good thing he's not here.
What, the person in the call with me?
No, not in the call with you. The guy who's usually on this podcast, but isn't. Yeah.
Oh, who cares about him? He's gone.
No, Glen, I'm not.
We threw him in the lake with the fishies.
Even if Konosuba occasionally throws in something new for the gag, it still falls back to the general. Explosion-kun, Masochist-kun, and Aqua.
Yeah, those are the character jokes they have. But when you talk about the actual overarching joke, if we talk about character jokes,
even the overarching jokes, they're generally if they're not recycled, they're essentially alterations of jokes already built on from before. I mean, Konosuba is great in how the main character just hates his whole scenario, when normally the main character admits himself. It's very meta, and how he admits himself that he should be loving this, but he hates this.
Matt, you're actually kind of onto something there, where a lot of anime and a lot of Japanese humor in general kind of it finds repetitiveness funny. Like, if you repeat this joke so many times, people find it funnier or something around
three times only. 3 times max. You see, this happens in Konosuba episode, I think it happens in episode 3 or 2 when they're fighting the frogs. How Aqua keeps on getting swallowed up by the frog. It happens 3 times. Each time it escalates. The first time is surprising. The second time they do it with a more dramatic reaction by the main character. The third time, they have both her and Explosion-kun swallowed up by the frog. So it escalates 3 times. And 3 times is the maximum you can really repeat a gag for it to be funny. Because once you get to the 4th time, normally it becomes less humorous because you've already been there.
Unless you do a little change to it. Anyways, I'm not disagreeing with you here.
I think for a gag, the perfect steps of a gag is to do it 3 times. Each time it escalates, and then you're done with that gag. You move on to a new one. I think Konosuba is aware of that. That's why most jokes in Konosuba, they usually reflect back to 3 times. Sometimes they do it 4 times, sometimes they do it less. But they never overdo it. Which is why I think it's good for Konosuba to be 10 episodes. Because
another thing that Japanese comedy tends to do a lot, or at least in manga and anime, is they tend to underline the joke, if you get what I'm saying. Like, in manga, it'll be like, this is happening in the panel, or in an anime, it'll be like, this is happening in the animation, it's meant to be funny, but then a character in the background will underline it and be like, he said that? And that sort of thing. And it's just like, you don't see that much in American comedy in comparison.
No, it's the punchline.
It is the punchline, but it underlines the punchline, and I don't see that outside of Japanese humor a lot of the time. I honestly just think it's an interesting discussion, because Japanese humor is very different to American humor.
I mean, if you want to compare it to stuff like Seinfeld uses the same formula, only much less.
Oh, but Seinfeld's not funny.
It's not, but Seinfeld does attempt to use the formula that you're talking about.
We're all the Seinfeld anime fans are about to tackle us. We're about to get taken out.
I do think there's some formula to comedy anime, or a formula to, you see in American films, comedy is essentially just this. This is comedy. It's stand up, and what I mean by that is that most comedy films, especially mainstream ones, are just people talking to each other, and occasionally they throw in a joke. Like in Bridesmaids, there's this one scene where Melissa McCartney talks to Kristen Wiig, and she's helping her make her feel better. Suddenly, Melissa McCartney just throws into dialogue saying that, oh yeah, I know where all the nukes are hidden. A lot of shopping malls. It's just like that. That's where the jokes from most comedy films come from. But in TV shows, it's much different, especially in sitcoms. Like, Master of None is a comedy sitcom that talks, bless you. It's a comedy, bless you again.
Thank you.
Now this has to be a podcast.
Here. Bless you, Glen.
Thank you. Arigato.
But what was I saying? Master of None takes comedy from the relatable, and other sitcoms usually take comedy from gags as well, but the gags are normally made funny because of the punchline. And I think comedy anime does the same thing, but the punchline is more exaggerated. Usually
No, that's exactly what I was
emphasized
saying.
by
They underline
characters,
it. The punchline
actions, and
happens,
whatnot.
and then they underline the fact that the punchline happened by having a character either react to it by repeating
I know, like there's
it.
this one, like Defrag does that a lot. Defrag does that every single time.
Fucking that one guy we kicked off the podcast. He all the time would he'd be like, Glen, recommend me an anime, and I'd be like, I don't fucking know. You like comedy? Watch Defrag, I guess, and I was like, you might like it. And he was just like every single day. I can't believe you recommended this garbage to me. I just wanted to beat him up so badly. It's like, if you ask for recommendations from somebody, don't be salty when you don't like it.
So true. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, Defrag's not that good.
But I mean, it fits Callum perfectly because if you look
there's
at
a lot,
most
there's a lot
of the
of
stuff
things
he
should
likes,
like in it, but he's just a little baby. Anyways, Callum, who? Is that the guy we kicked off?
Who's that guy? Yeah.
Anyways, Russ, there was something. Wait, Kevin, have you watched anything? Probably not.
No.
Right?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Kevin?
I'm in here. What?
Kevin, you want to talk about Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Kevin.
I mean,
you're
I'm
here?
just
Like,
silently
what?
listening. It's like 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock actually. But
Kevin, shut up!
Nice.
You got to make this the.
Kevin, you want to talk about Deadpool?
Deadpool.
No,
No, we're not
talk
watching.
about
not talking about
Deadpool.
live
No,
action.
this
Talk about
isn't that other podcast.
That's for your shitty
Yep.
podcast. Keep that.
Oh,
That
what'd
isn't
you
there.
say, Russ? What'd you say?
Oh,
It's time for Kevin and I to turn this into Roku Ronin.
oh, fuck
He actually
off.
said it. Wow.
Make sure to bleep
Yeah,
out
I
every
was
single
gonna
time they
say-
say the name.
That's
You
that's
know
why I
what I'm
didn't say
gonna
it.
do. Yeah.
No, I mean, if you want me to talk about anime that I've watched that I've already said, but we can. I mean, I watched Tatami Galaxy, Ergo Proxy, Katana Gatari less than a month ago, I guess. But
Such a
Nice.
plus,
why?
Kevin.
What?
What?
A pleb? What?
Have you even seen Ergo Proxy,
plug.
Glen?
No,
Oh, rest in peace.
I've seen every other anime ever though.
No, that's not
Yeah.
true.
Glenn sees a lot of
I
anime.
don't watch bad anime. Kevin, let's talk about Game of Thrones.
I'm only on one season.
That's our
Only
favorite
the first
Jon
season,
Snow.
Glenn.
That's your favorite anime too,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Glen, let's talk about Fargo.
Yeah, actually, Kevin, let's talk about Fargo. Maybe another time, since this is about anime. Hey, Ross, what have you been watching? Fargo's good.
I watched I watched these series of ghost stories called Yamashibai.
Oh no, I watched it. I actually know what you're talking about. And I watched that a couple times. It's an interesting short.
They
series.
are like interesting. They're really like some of them are like really interesting. But no, so
Well, yeah,
I
'cause
started
it's
watching
like
just
Japanese folklore and
yeah,
stuff,
exactly.
and
They're
sport.
based on real. Well, I don't know if they're all based on real.
Are these the quick
folklore, but
episodes of
most
Ghost
them are.
Stories? I think
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah,
some
they
of them
are.
then.
Oh, the ones that's rotoscoped,
Yeah.
right?
Not really
Some-
rotoscoped.
They have an art style that's very specific to
Because
them.
I know
Just
for
like
a fact that
very
if it's the
little
short
animation.
one, it's the one where they recorded everything live action and they reanimated it.
Oh no, that's that recent rotoscope.
yeah,
one
the,
that happened.
the
No,
one
that's different.
Oh, we're talking about a different one.
No, he's talking about this one's older and it's had a lot more seasons. I know the one you're talking about though. That one was sort of interesting, had some interesting episodes.
Yeah, this has
but-
been going for 3 seasons. The 3rd season's airing right now.
'Cause, like-
yeah.
Because the ones that Russ is talking about is a lot more like oldie sort of folklore, still sort of modern. But the rotoscoped one is like modern horror. It's like literally webcam. Like there's an episode that's all like this character's looking at the webcam and it's just like someone standing behind him
Unfriended?
and that sort of stuff. And
Unfriended.
it might as well be.
Unfriended. Oh.
I mean, have you seen anything else? Because I don't remember much about that. Russ, not much to talk about in that regard.
No, but I just want to talk about one of the episodes which I watched from season 3. They're like,
Okay.
it's really weird. Hold on, what's happening?
I was taking a drink.
What's happening?
No, I can hear noises and I don't know where they're coming from. But anyway, yeah, that's random because
Spooky
no one would have heard
horror.
that.
This is all.
Yeah,
this is
it
all.
was.
Creating the
staged,
atmosphere,
guys.
baby. That's what AniFix is all about.
No, but there's this episode in Yamashibai which is so weird. I know it's like Japanese horror 101. It's like this 2 people, they're in a car and they go through like a tunnel and their car
Cars are
breaks
scary.
down and there's like this massive like bug mixed with humans. It's like really weird, like a spider, but on all of its legs there's like a human
Monster
face.
Musume?
Oh, I
And
love
it's
Monster
just-
Musume.
It's just like it is like so fucked up and so random. Like the original ones, like the first season and stuff, like they almost had messages embedded into them, but that one was just... I don't really know what the message was. What, just not get out of your car while you're driving in dark tunnels? I thought that was a given.
Might just be like, be scared.
They go in a tunnel, the car breaks down, and a giant monster-eating spider just eats them.
Yeah.
I think the theme here is Monster Musume is a good show.
Have you guys talked about Monster Musume on AniFix?
No one else has watched Monster Musume.
Yes,
really.
Glen,
we have talked about
who's
Monster
best girl?
Musume.
Have we talked about Monster Musume?
Isn't it a thumbnail? I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, no, Monster Musume isn't a thumbnail. It should be a thumbnail after this episode, though. Hey, Matt, what's up?
So, Monster Musume, who's best girl?
It's such a more difficult decision than I'd like it to be.
I have one.
It requires a lot of
one
thought.
Already. So
I thought Glen would have picked the snake girl already.
Here's...
No?
Snake Girl's she's okay. Mia's okay.
I love Mia. No, Mia's great. Fucking Mia's amazing. And then like even the Centauria, Saria, she's great.
She is.
She's good. And then fucking like Sue's kind of just like a fucking.
I don't like Sue. I don't like
absent-minded, dumb. Well, yeah, I don't like her very much either.
I don't like Sue, and she's a slime.
I like Poppy.
I don't like Poppy.
If she, I like Poppy. I like
she's
Poppy.
Mentally retarded.
I'd like her more if she was. Yeah, if she wasn't mentally challenged. And then Rachnia is fucking good, and then even the mermaid's pretty good.
The mermaid only has the only thing about her is that
she didn't have enough. She didn't have enough time to shine. But if she did, and then there's like the crew with like the monster hunting crew with like Sumisu. There's Zombie-chan.
Here, Glen, I'll give you the answer you've been looking for. Lala. She's the best. The Dolahan. Even though she only appears in the last 2 episodes, she is best. She's great.
I like her, but I think honestly, I like Mia a lot.
Mia's good.
It's really hard. Monster Girls is a very serious discussion, and I want to get everyone else's input. Kevin, Russ, I know.
I've not
Russ,
seen the show, so
I just based off of character designs and like what you might know from the discussions we've had.
If I'm going purely by character designs, then Pappy, I guess. But
just because she has like the most human body.
What? The bird brain. You're basically just fucking KFC. What?
Yeah, well, you're basically just fucking a snake if you choose the snake. Kevin.
But
there's no
you're
easy
fucking
way
KFC.
out of this.
No, you're just fucking a drumstick.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize fucking a snake was better, you piece of shit.
Dude, I'm a snake fucker for life. I'm a horse fucker.
Kevin's offered a horse pussy.
I'm a spider fucker.
Like, what the fuck? Like you could say, oh yeah.
No, the snake, Mia.
Remember those photos?
Oh
that
god.
I used to send you?
Oh no.
It's just people saying horse pussy.
Horse pussy.
Oh yeah, just. God, Monster Musume is actually the best show, like one of the best shows of 2015.
No, it is. It's a top 10 best shows of 2015.
It's just such good entertainment in every way. There's like it's also such a deviation from like other harems because it's optimistic about everything, and the innovation and creativity that comes with the Monster Girls actually adds something new to the harem sort of genre type thing. And it's like just who needs like practical limitations when it's just like it's fucking Monster Girls, just have fun with it.
Yeah,
I
think like fun. Some of the episodes in the middle get a little dry, but the first few episodes are actually genuinely pretty decent. They're like I would say that there are some good episodes for Monster Musume.
And then like episodes 7 through 10 are kind of like iffy and kind of have peaks and some lows, but then like episode 11 and 12 are great.
Yeah, because the Delahan's in there. Lala.
The Delahan? What is that?
Think of the headless horseman kind of thing.
Yeah, sort of like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Bless you.
Oh god. Monster Girls must be talking about me somewhere.
References.
Anyways, Monster Musume is great. I love it so much. What were we talking about? I forget. Kind of went on a No, I kind of just went on a Monster Girl tangent. I feel like we were talking about something a bit more.
I think we were talking about that
Russ's ghost story,
but then it sort of like turned into Monster Girls. Yeah.
Wait, Kevin, you didn't give. Wait, Kevin, who was your favorite?
The Snake Girl.
Yeah.
Okay, Mia's great.
Wow.
Do you think there's anybody whose favorite is Sue?
Yeah. Wasn't there?
And if that person, if you are that person, we will beat you up.
Taylor's favorite is Sue.
What
Average
the
anime
fuck?
fan.
That just says everything about Taylor
No, I
right there.
thought it was the bird brain.
What?
No, he doesn't like her.
Yeah,
He
I'm
doesn't
pretty
like
sure
her.
it is.
Have you guys
No?
ever had to have?
Pretty
Have you ever
sure.
tried to have sex with Jello? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just creates a mess.
Just like put her in a bowl, and then
I know, but then you're still gonna create a mess because you're just gonna be going at it.
just like
What would
bits
happen if you
spill
were to
everywhere.
microwave
Yeah.
Sue?
No.
Oh god.
Oh god. Oh man, that'd be like behind the scenes.
That is Monster Girl cruelty. Oh god.
Yeah, that's Monster Girl cruelty. Anyways, yeah, Monster Musume is like a very oddly charming show in every way. It's great. Watch
Season
it.
2 when?
Dude, I want season 2. It's like there's so many shows that I like, but when I think of season 2, I think of Monster Musume almost immediately now. I just want more of it. Anyways, yeah, let's talk about some. Russ, what have you been watching? What are you
You've
doing?
already
Well,
asked him that 3
Yeah,
times.
the only other thing I've watched was the Steins movie,
Just-
so
Well, I know that he watched 3 things, so I gotta
you
milk
gotta
him for what
milk
he's
me
worth.
dry. Yeah.
My favorite part is that I'm always the person asking.
I
and
know.
no one ever
It's
asks
just
me.
no one. Yeah.
Glenn, what have you been
I'll ask
watching?
you after I've talked about the. No, fuck you. I'm gonna say so quickly about the Steins movie. Fuck you, Matt.
Russ,
God.
it's Steins Gate's movie. It's the disappearance of Okabe Rentaru, okay? We get it.
That's exactly what it is, but I
Fucking
don't
Matt.
understand what they were doing for the last bit of that movie, because it just sort of.
We
No,
don't
Russ,
know what
I-
happens. We haven't seen it.
It's her finding him.
Yeah, when
But
he's
there's,
young.
like-
for the
No, it's about
spoiler.
pedophilia, Russ. She what? Fuck you, spoiler. She kisses him when he's like 8 years old or something.
What the fuck?
But it's
It
just
wants
the
it wants it to go
transition
full
between-
circle.
Listen, Kevin, the transition between them kissing,
Yeah.
and then him, the very end of the movie, is just so weird. It's like it just dissolves into that scene, like a box standard Adobe transition, and then that's it. And then why is she on the phone? Why? I didn't understand it. Was that supposed to be symbolic of something?
No, it just
I
doesn't make
don't know.
sense.
It just
How
doesn't
can,
make
like,
sense.
Yeah.
Steins Gate's a
I
good
give in.
show. Anyways, Glenn, what have you
Matt,
seen?
Matt,
Hmm?
you just no, you can't do that.
No,
No,
Steins
that's
Gate's not
fine.
that good. It's okay. It's
You're
okay.
not that good, to be honest.
Fair enough. But neither Steins Gate, so.
Steins Gate would have been better if it ended where Okabe died. Even though it's not the true route in the visual novel, it was a better ending.
Glenn,
Anyways, yeah,
what have you watched? Yeah.
I decided to go back to the olden days of early 2000s to like 2007, where every character design, almost there's like tons of visual novel adaptations happening, and every character design looks the fucking same. And I started a show because I don't know, people were saying like I looked at what people thought of it, and you know, to be fair, not a lot of people have seen it. It's a very obscure show, and I now
Come
know
on.
why after watching a
Come
couple
on,
of
just
episodes.
say it.
Because it's
Come
not
on.
great.
Yeah, say it.
Come on.
You guys won't. You literally have no
But I
idea.
can look
try
it
it.
up.
Listen.
Yeah.
So I can.
Yoke Mei Yuri Wurino Na Crescent Love. The English
What?
translation, which is a lot easier to say, brighter than the dawning blue.
I'm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope.
Right.
Every generic visual novel cliche in the fucking world, and I'm loving
Wait,
it.
what? Why?
I would not recommend it to anybody else except for me.
Why?
I am an awful person who revels in garbage. Like,
This.
I haven't found like one redeemable factor that I could be like, yeah, you should maybe give it a shot. You might like this part of it. But no, nothing. Just super. It's like replace it with like Fortune Arterial. Same fucking thing, except Fortune Arterial is about vampires. And then fucking any other visual novel adaptation. Fucking, I don't know. Love, Election, and Chocolates. That one's just normal. And this one's like about a moon princess or
These
something.
episode names are amazing. Like the princess does a homestay.
The princess does a
Or the
homestay.
princess.
The princess
and
is
the
an
cooking
ace.
Is an
battle.
A
Like,
student.
That's the hypest
it's
episode.
just- that's what you're getting. I'm guessing.
It's Shogeki no Soma, but with the Moon Princess. Think of that. but don't watch it because I don't think you'd like it at all. Any
The
of
Moon
you.
Princess Kaguya?
Kaguya? You mean Takane?
What?
Takane from Idolmaster.
Wait. What does she have to do with the moon?
Dude, she's a fucking
What?
alien.
What?
There's aliens in
Are you
Idolm?
serious? You guys?
She's not an
Takane's a fucking
alien. That
alien?
you're the only
She's an
one who
alien.
says that.
There's. I bet I can find you so many Takane theories on the internet right
Go
now.
ahead. I don't care.
They're all written by me.
God.
Takane's pretty underrated though.
Yeah, she's good.
We can
but,
talk
like,
about Cinderella Girls. Since I saw that recently.
We could. Can we talk about Cinderella?
Well, I'll start off this. I like Cinderella Girls more than I like the original Idolmaster series.
What?
I feel like there is such there's a line between them where they're too different for me to be like,
No,
I like
yeah.
one better than the other. Like, yeah,
the
sure.
reason why
I
I like Cinderella Girls a lot more mainly is because I feel that Cinderella Girls doesn't add in the unnecessary need for drama that the original series had. I think
Oh no, a lot of the dramatic highs that the original Idolmaster goes for is like you can't really. Some of them are a bit.
yeah,
too
I
high
think the
and going
original
for it, but
Idolmaster
it's-
Chihaya, though.
a lot of
the
the
original
drama in the
Idolmaster gets
Idolmaster is
really
still pretty
good by the time we get to Chihaya's arc. And then
Yeah,
the arc
Chihaya.
and then the
Yeah.
arc at the end. That part of Idolmaster, that's really good.
Yeah, Haruka's.
Everything else that climbs to
No, the Haruka arc at the end is good. Besides the fact, the entire reason for it is Haruka doesn't want to like. She doesn't want everyone to
Yeah.
be separated, and it just gives the
I know.
bullshit happy ending. Oh, we
I know,
can all
that's-
stay together.
But
And then Cinderella Girls is the exact opposite, where
yeah,
people do
but Cinderella
separate.
Girls is great for the fact that it actually talks about. Well, it doesn't talk about the idol industry, but it lets the true intentions of what it means to be an idol be used as an obstacle into the creative freedom for all the idols, because after all, the company that they're working for wants money. They want profit, and as many industries do, normally they would go by their way, the way that they're comfortable with, to gain that profit, and that, of course, conflicts with what each individual idol wants. And I think that in Cinderella Girls is great because the original Idolmaster doesn't have that. The original Idolmaster is more on I don't know if this is fair to say, but I felt like it was more on just saying, oh, how cute all these idols are, and it's
Oh, you know, it was just
Yeah.
optimistic.
there's nothing wrong with optimism.
I feel like calling it cute in that sort of
Just
manner
cute. Damn.
is a bit.
Maybe
bit-
That is
I
taking
mean, there's
it
nothing
too
wrong with
far.
optimism, but it's just everything is too nicely tied up together in the original Idolmaster, I think. But I think
So does Cinderella Girls just expose everything
Yo,
bad about the
I want
industry?
Haruka to
Well,
be
Cinderella Girls doesn't
stabbed
exploit
during one of
what's
those
bad about
handshake
the
sessions.
industry.
That's what I want.
it's just Cinderella Girls does something interesting in comparison to the original Idolmaster, like what they do with the producer.
I'm not disagreeing. I do think it does some interesting things with that, but honestly, a lot of the realities of the idol industry, which people kind of over exaggerate to an extent,
I don't know.
aren't as interesting as they make it out to
Don't
be.
know. No, once you've seen it firsthand, it's something. Yeah.
It's not well. It's not, I'm not saying it's not disgusting a lot of the time, but people take it over exaggerated. But anyways, yeah, that's interesting. Like that's like forgetting like Cinderella Girls is one of it's also a strength of the original Master of Cinderella Girls is also like just the internal chemistry between all the characters, because it's like basically any combination of characters can offer a new dynamic. Like who would it like when you were watching the first half? Did you think like putting Mika and that little lolly girl together, who's like she wears like a raccoon outfit sometimes? Mira and Mika together would make for such an amazing episode, and just the interactions between them would just make for just a great vignette. It's just that inherent strength of good dynamics between the characters is what made it. You know, you guys don't have to stay absolutely fucking silent.
I was just trying to remember the other character
I've
you're
not seen the
about.
show. The guy who has seen it should be talking to you.
What character? I was Mika. Well, it didn't matter what the characters are. I could have said any combination of characters. I was just saying
about
that
Cinderella
it'd be
Girls or the
strength
original Idolmaster
to combine
right now?
any of them.
Because Mika is in Cinderella Girls.
Well, both of them had that.
Is there someone?
Both of them had that ability, but I was just saying Cinderella Girls really showed it off better.
I think almost everything that Cinderella Girls does is better than the original Idolmaster. Even with what they do with the producer. And how the producer isn't always the best voice of reason for the girls.
Nah, he's shitty at his job.
Yeah, I mean, he pisses them off.
And then the original producer is just kind of like
of them off in the first half, and it's a.
Hey, he tried.
I
Producer
know,
did nothing
but
wrong.
it's a great polarity from what the original Idolmaster was, where already from the very beginning, the second or first episode, the producer is always there to level each of the girls and make them kind of see things better or help them or make them feel better.
No, the original producer fixed a lot of their issues.
And now,
which was not
and
like
now
the best.
that the producer here in Cinderella Girls doesn't have the same capabilities, he's able to be maybe a initial stepping stone, but the girls in the end have to rely on themselves, and they do for the most part in Cinderella Girls. Some of them rely on themselves too much, and it ends up to a fault. And I think that's what's great about Cinderella Girls, because you get to internalize more of the characters' hardships, unlike in the original Idolmaster, where you kind of see that with Haruka and Chihaya, but that's about it. And also, every time something sad happens in Cinderella Girls, or Idolmaster in general, it rains. It always has to rain.
Pathetic
Symbolism.
fallacy, Matt. You should know this. English student.
Dude,
Yeah.
Dude, it rains all the time in Tokyo. Shut up. Yeah, literally the only thing that the original Idolmaster did better, besides, a few other key things that they only did better because they are the only ones who did it in comparison, is being better animated. And that's just because Idolmaster, the original Idolmaster, is one of the best animated TV series in all of anime.
No, yeah,
so that's
definitely.
kind of an unfair comparison. Even though Cinderella Girls did completely fucking fall apart, because it was originally supposed to be 2 but then they changed it to split cur, and Aniplex was like, oh fuck, and they were just like, the year of Idolmaster, and they just like reran the original Idolmaster in the slot where it was originally supposed to be. Did you guys see the final episode of the first half? I know Russ and Kevin haven't seen it, but
you're only
Russ,
talking to
you're
Matt
watching
right now.
Girls. You should have seen this, you piece of shit. Well, no, Russ watched some of it. We talked about it a long time ago. Russ is a piece of shit liar.
What? Fuck you.
Shut up. The end of the first half, like, the thing is, they were so behind schedule that different TV stations got different versions of the final episode, where, like, some of the TV stations just had characters talking to fucking ghosts. Like, there was nobody there they were talking to. That was great. That was funny. Anyways, Kevin, Russ, you guys want to talk about something?
I've talked about my free shows. Kevin, talk about one of yours.
You can talk about other things,
One,
You guys can talk
If
about
you want,
Steins
Matt.
Gate. Wait, what, Kevin?
we can do that if you want, because Matt, why don't you think Steins Gate is a bad show?
I don't think Steins Gate's a bad show. It's definitely not bad. I just don't think it's great or even near as good as what it has become portrayed to be.
Don't say it's because of the first half.
No.
'cause
While
I'll fuck you
there's a
up.
ton of problems with the first half, but I think there's problems throughout the entirety of the show. I mean, I don't think the plot is all that interesting. I think that the storyline is not that strong. Neither is the directing. Music is really weak.
Why is
why is the story not that strong?
Matt,
I don't.
it's easy to say this isn't
it's
strong,
hard for
but
me
you gotta
to
tell me why.
Look deep down to a show that I watched over 2 years ago.
Do you have the memory of a fucking mouse?
Okay, why don't you come and
What?
discuss in-depthly about...
No, I'm not invested in this conversation. You're the one who
I
called
didn't
it
say
bad.
it's
You
bad. I did not. I don't think Steins Gate's bad. I
is
think
the perfect
Steins Gate is
series.
mediocre.
I like Steins Gate a whole lot. Mediocre is way too harsh of a term.
No,
I wouldn't say it's too harsh. I'd say it's just wrong.
Yeah, it's not even an average show, Matt.
no,
though.
it is an average show. It's definitely not good.
Dude, the shitty visual novel I'm watching, the visual novel anime I'm watching right now is what I consider an average.
No, like Steins Gate is like Toradora. It's
Maybe
mediocre, average. And now probably that's gonna cost.
Let's not.
Dude, look
Matt,
at all these buzzwords without an explanation.
I know.
Okay,
Just stop.
Toradora
bring
is
up other
obnoxious.
shows.
Toradora is blatantly obnoxious in how its drama is portrayed and how its a lot of characters make actions that
Matt, a lot of drama is obnoxious in real life if you've ever
but Toradora
experienced
isn't
Matt,
doing it with that
But
intention.
the drama in Toradora is because of how immature they are. It's how they want to start a relationship but don't know what they actually
I'm not
want
even
and
talking
what a
about mainly
relationship
the drama
actually is.
between Taiga and the other guy. That's okay. What I'm talking about is the drama between the other characters, like the
If you're
student council
talking- if you're
president
talking
and
about,
the
like-
fight she has with Taiga. That is completely unnecessary. You do not have to
I don't
go
even remember that.
far.
Okay.
And one of the main guy's best friend.
That's Taiga's personality. She takes things too far.
There's a way to take things too far without having it be literally absurd.
There's a way.
Yeah,
to
I know,
take-
but that's
Wait,
a different
Matt,
show, Matt. We're talking about this. We're not talking
Matt.
about
No,
we're
but
talking
it's
about
not- it's
what's
so big.
wrong with the way.
Matt, how can you say there's a way to take things too far
Matt.
without taking things too far?
Hey guys, let me
What?
let me tell you a story of my high school life.
I don't even.
Every day in the cafeteria, people would fight over the dumbest shit. They would have fist fights over somebody talking to their girlfriend. They would have fist fights over looking at them. They'd have fist fights over them being fucking like, oh, you have a cold today? Fuck you! I'm gonna
They
beat
just
you up.
made that up.
That's what kids do, Matt. High
That
schoolers are fucking
never
dumb.
happened to me in high school. What the? I don't understand what high school.
Yeah,
is.
Yeah, 'cause you-
that never happened.
Yeah,
I
it wasn't
don't
quite
think-
like that.
Now-
I
now
don't remember
you-
it like that, but
Okay, it didn't happen every day, but kids fight over
Yeah,
the
but
dumbest
you
shit
just
all
took
the
things.
time.
You just took your examples way too far because that's obscene. That doesn't. If that really happens, I'm never going
Yeah,
to
that's
Ohio.
obscene. Taiga getting upset because she's disrespecting her friend, the person she may love, isn't taking it
Does
too
she
far.
even? Does she
Matt.
really even disrespect?
Especially when it's
who-
already
when did
inherent
the
in her
student council
personality
president
that she
really
takes things a
blatantly
bit far.
disrespect anyone. She just rejected him, not even in public.
Yes, but she didn't do it with
Oh.
class. Taiga saw it as
Fuck
very
that. That is
disrespectful
bullshit.
because
That is
she
such
didn't think it was
bullshit.
classful. Hey, Matt, people have different subjective views on what defines the classy way of
You don't
rejecting
have to reject
somebody.
anyone classy. If you don't want to be with that person, you can just reject them. Why do you?
Well, Taiga took it personally.
Stupid.
We're not talking about how we would take this. We're talking about how she
Even
would take
so,
this.
it's.
From the moment she's been built up to that climax, she took it that way. She was built up to be that sort of
moment was
person.
done well, where suddenly these characters are just blatantly bamming each other wall to wall, throwing desks, and the entire class is there.
They're children.
They're not children. They're in high school, okay? Or what about that part where? What about that
Yeah,
part where
high
the redhead
schoolers are
girl,
children.
Minori, when
I'm
she
19
runs
and I'm a bloody
around the
child,
entire
Matt.
school, chasing the main guy for I don't know, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just chasing each other, and she's just screaming out that she loves him, but in reality, she thinks that he's better with Taiga. That's unnecessary. That's unnecessary.
What? That's her character, Matt. What?
People do
What the
unnecessary
fuck?
things. That's
There's a
human.
difference between okay. I want you to give me an actual example of people really going this far in their actions, blatantly and physically this far.
All the time.
Matt, there are people that have done much worse
I just- I-
things
I-
out
I-
of
I hate that kind of
reacting
stuff.
from stuff.
Where characters
You hate when people don't
No.
act the way you want
It's-
them to. Okay.
you see in
Okay, Matt. Hail Hitler.
now you're just being you're being so unfair. I'm just saying that in
What?
I am being unfair, but you made
No,
this
because-
conversation into this.
this is it's just bullshit.
Here, I'll be quiet and you can have the discussion with them. Here.
Matt, you were about to say something?
No, I'm done. I'm just eating this potato chip.
Nice.
So Russ, I think we
back down.
segue to one show that you wanted to talk about, like, I don't know, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
The back down.
White Album 2.
Oh, White Album 2.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'm pretty sure
If
I've
you
talked about White Album 2 on this podcast. After I couldn't be on yours.
We discussed it a bit.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, we did.
But no, did you say it was one of your favorite shows after you watched it?
Not one of my favorite shows, but I think it's a good romance, good drama show.
No, you did say it was one of your favorite. I remember you.
I say a lot of stuff's my favorite. I wouldn't take that as meaning much when I say something's my favorite, but
No, but wouldn't you say
unless it's like an absolute favorite?
one of the best? Well, probably the only good three-way romance or love triangle that you've seen. Like
Presented in a serious way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say yeah.
wait, what are other love triangles that aren't presented in a serious way?
School days.
Yeah, but Matt, let's not talk about.
I can't think off the top of my head.
School days isn't even a love triangle. It's like
In the beginning, it is.
it's like a love dodecagon.
hectagon. Yeah. No. As far as like serious romance, I'd say yeah. It's probably one of the best portrayals of that. Although the main MC is a bit of a cock, and the whole situation he gets into.
Yeah,
No,
no,
but his intention
both
is
of
a
the
bit of a
girls are
cock.
He's
great. They have
very
great
well
person.
aware of that. All the characters are very well aware that they're not models for what
Yep.
you should be, but that's fine because
Well,
No, but like
you
He
say
does
that,
some-
but I'd say the girls are definitely much more not perfect characters, but they're definitely not him.
much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
makes
yeah.
some really, really dumb decisions that could be easily fixed. Like there's this one time where, it's his girlfriend's birthday, Setsuna's birthday, but no, let's just go to the airport and pick up. Who is it? I already forgot her name again. Oh,
I know who you're talking. The other girl.
the black-haired
The
girl
other
instead. Like on her birthday, where he explicitly said, "Yeah, I'll be there," but then doesn't actually go to his girlfriend's birthday. Like that's just.
That's like one of the biggest dick moves you can pull.
Yeah,
It's like,
of being
just don't
somebody's
do it.
girlfriend.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, and it is what it is. It's a good romance. Who's best girl though, Kevin? Who's
Setsuna.
what? Yeah.
I mean, they're both good, Matt.
no, Kazusa's best.
But
Setsuna?
I just prefer
Really?
Setsuna. Yeah, we've had this discussion. I've said Setsuna.
I thought
Yeah.
we agreed that Kazusa was. What?
No. Oh yeah, there you go. Kazusa, that's her name.
Setsuna's like the underdog. I feel like everyone picked the other girl.
Everyone did
But
pick
it's
the other
like-
girl, Russ. I
Yeah.
literally asked everyone who's seen the show. But I'm not
Yeah.
saying
I like Kazuha a lot. I like the.
they're both
the
great.
character
I'm not
conflict
saying
she
the other
develops
one doesn't.
and
I just
builds.
prefer
Glen's
Setsuna.
favorite is his sister. Or no, is it this? No,
The
not the
sister?
Not the sister.
There's no
Not the
sister. There's no sister.
in White Album
Sister.
2.
The
There's
other,
no
the
sister in
the
White
friend,
Album 2.
the friend who appears for like 2 episodes.
The friend?
Who is like the sister character?
What?
I forgot. I don't know. I don't remember
Whose
her name.
friend?
She's in the first episode. I think she appears once again later on, but that's it.
Oh, one of his group
Putting
friends.
words in my mouth.
Oh,
As I like
Kazusa.
Kazuha. Kazusa.
nice. We forgot to ask
Her first name's like Toma or something. I'll call her Toma.
Glenny
instead.
boy. We forgot to go get some questions for this episode. So unfortunately, our guests.
Wow, what a
Our
disappointment.
guests will not have our lovely AniFix viewer questions to answer.
Should we kill it? Should we
We
end
probably
it
should. End it
Should
up.
I say more
all? Question
unpopular
segment is
opinions
over.
while we end?
Thank you. It's not even that you have unpopular opinions, Matt. I agree with most of them to an extent.
I don't want-
but
what?
You're dumb. You portray your
because
opinions in such a silly way.
it's unscripted right now.
I'm talking to you
I try to tell him
unscripted.
this every time. He won't listen. He's like, "Oh, it's got to be
What?
like a video when you talk to me."
I never said that. I said just have the ability to speak.
Oh dear.
Don't just throw out buzzwords, and then when I ask you to explain them, you don't fucking.
I haven't seen Toradora or Steins in over 2 years.
Hey Matt, when did Steins Gate air? 2011. I haven't seen it for 4 years. When did Toradora air? 2008. I watched it in 2010. I haven't seen it for 5 years. My God, and I still remember most of it.
I don't.
You can't use that as an excuse.
Such bullshit. I really don't think most people.
No, it's sort of an excuse.
Wait, what, Kevin?
No, I barely remember Toradora.
Dude, Kevin, you gotta side with me on this one. Anyways, yeah, I don't consider that an excuse. Anyways, if you still have the opinion
already going
because you discussed the opinion with me, but you didn't discuss. I didn't say discuss it with me like we're reading from a fucking script. I said just discuss it with the ability to explain your reasoning. That's all I asked.
I
asked for a conversation, and you guys are being.
You're the one who's.
What?
I think we're
what?
That's just we're dicks to each other. That's just how this podcast works.
That's AniFix.
That's AniFix.
That's how it works.
That's what you get, Matt, when you come on here.
That's how you know friendship is real.
Yeah. It's not like we're all just praising each other, like just randomly.
Yeah, because we're not all
deep down
sucking each other's dicks, but fuck all of you guys.
Hey.
Especially you, Kevin.
Hey. Just hey.
What the fuck did I do?
Like you two
what the Kevin?
What the Matt?
Everything, man. How could you? Everything, man, Kevin.
What?
Matt, Kevin, just recombine and become Callum again.
Oh God, it's gonna happen, isn't it?
Next episode.
Inevitable. Yep, he's back. We should probably end this. It's like 50 minutes.
We should probably end it. All right, that's the end of the first 4-person orgy
I should
podcast.
actually watch something before you guys get me on, because...
Hey, Kevin.
No, what you should do is you should have me on a Roku Ronin so I can invade your podcast. That's what you should do.
You had the chance. You ruined it. Yeah.
You did ruin it, Russ. I waited for you, and then nothing happened.
End the podcast! End it! Then discuss this.
Follow us on Twitter at AniFix Podcast.
And subscribe.
If you wish to do that.
And subscribe to
Ask
Ronin.
Maybe the question segment will still exist next episode.
Make sure you ask questions in the comment section below.
I don't watch anime.
That'd be very nice. That's about all for today's episode.
That's the end of the episode.
Thank you for
Goodbye.
watching, guys.
Love you.
I don't like
Bye.
Bye.
Fuck you.